Hello everyone, welcome back to the YouTube channel of mine, and I'm going to here discuss about the next part of coordination chemistry. As you can see over here, the title is very clear. We are here to discuss about some of the evidences which proves that yes, complex formation has taken place. Okay, over the past sessions of coordination chemistry, we were always talking about that yes, this is the coordination compounds being formed. But what are the experimental evidences? Okay, which will prove that yes, the bonding is coordinate covalent and yes, the compounds are going to be coordination compounds. So here we are in this particular session going to discuss about the various evidences. So we start with the first one, my dear friends, and that is about change in color. So as you can see now, the change in color, so it's going to be a visual effect. Now many times what happens is the color of a metal ion which is in a free state. फ्री स्टेट का मतलब होता है कि जब वो लिगैंड के साथ जुड़ा हुआ नहीं है तभी की बात होती है. तो जब वो फ्री मेटल आयन होता है और अगर वो ट्रांजिशन मेटल आयन है तो उसका एक कलर होता है. बट जब वो लिगैंड्स के साथ कोऑर्डिनेट हो जाता है और कोऑर्डिनेशन कंपाउंड बनाता है तो उसका कलर कुछ और हो जाता है. सो द चेंज इन द कलर is going to be the evidences. So in certain cases, not always, in certain cases, coordination compounds, I just write it down in simple words CC, are associated with change in color. Associated with change in color. I give a simple example, and that is I got a free cobalt ion, that is CO2 plus. Now it's going to be pink in color, free metal ion, यानी इसका मतलब कि वो लिगैंड्स के साथ कोऑर्डिनेट कोवेलेंट बॉन्ड के द्वारा जुड़ा हुआ नहीं है. वो सिंपल बॉन्ड बना सकता है, आयनिक बॉन्ड बना सकता है किसी और अनायन के साथ. Now when this is being treated with a higher concentration of hydrochloric acid, okay, अब ये hydrochloric acid contains chloride ions और मैंने higher concentration बोला तो ये Cl minus 4Cl minus, generally only 2Cl will combine with CO and it gives you a simple ionic compound that is COCl2. लेकिन यहाँ पर अगर आपको याद है मैंने बताया था कि जो बॉन्डिंग है that is beyond the one which is going to be considered on the basis of ionic or covalent bonding. तो इसलिए यहाँ पे 4Cl minus कंसिडर किया है and that gives you COCl4 2 minus and this is blue in color. तो आप ये देखो विजुअल इफेक्ट देख सकते हैं आप. मेरे पास इनिशियली पिंक कलर है और फिर ब्लू कलर है. सो द इंडिकेशन ऑफ द ब्लू कॉम्प्लेक्स इज an indication that yes, chloro complex of cobalt is formed. Okay, तो ये एक पर्टिकुलर एविडेंस है. It's as I said in certain cases, क्योंकि कई बार क्या होता है कि white colored complexes are also going to be formed when I got an alkali or alkaline earth metal, जैसे कि calcium EDTA complex या फिर magnesium EDTA complex. Okay, they are white. Okay, they are colorless. तो फिर इसमें ये पॉसिबल नहीं है, इसलिए मैंने बोला यहाँ पर it is in certain cases this is being seen. So that's the first evidence. ठीक है. We now go into the second evidence, and that is changes can be observed in solubility. Changes in solubility. Now when I talk about the changes as far as the solubility is concerned, so what happens is sometimes in aqueous medium, that is in water medium, the complexes are going to be unstable and that means they will form a precipitate. Okay, so that means if I am having a nickel solution, Na2 plus, I treat this with dimethyl glycine. I have already explained you about this complex, isn't it, before when I was explaining you about the IUPAC nomenclature. So NiDMG twice. Okay, so this is dimethyl glycine forming a complex with nickel. तो यहाँ पे प्रेसिपिटेशन होगा क्योंकि ये जो कॉम्प्लेक्स है वो वाटर में अनस्टेबल है, इसलिए वो सोल्यूबल नहीं है, इसलिए वो प्रेसिपिटेट के फॉर्म में रहता है. ओके, सो दिस इज वन एग्जांपल. दूसरा एग्जांपल दोस्तों मैं देना चाहूँगा, एंड दैट इज सपोज आई ट्रीट अ सिल्वर विथ अ साइनाइड आयन. ओके, अ सिल्वर आयन विथ अ साइनाइड आयन. तो इट गिव्स मी अ सिंपल कंपाउंड. इसको हम लोग बोलेंगे आयनिक कंपाउंड ऑल्सो, सिल्वर साइनाइड. अब ये सिल्वर साइनाइड को अगर मैं एक्सेस ऑफ साइनाइड आयंस के साथ ट्रीट करता हूं तो आई गेट AgCN ट्वाइस. ओके, this is AgCN twice. and with a charge of what? 1 minus. So this becomes a soluble complex. ये AgCN जो है वो insoluble है, okay, water में, लेकिन on complex formation this becomes what? Soluble. So you can see this in either cases. कभी कभी क्या हो जाता है कि मेरे पास एक क्लियर सोल्यूशन है, उसको जब मैं एक मेटल का क्लियर सोल्यूशन है, जब मैं उसको लिगैंड के साथ ट्रीट करता हूँ, इट फॉर्म्स अ प्रेसिपिटेट. कभी कभी ऐसा भी होता है कि मेरे पास एक प्रेसिपिटेट है, जब मैं उसको लिगैंड सोल्यूशन के साथ ट्रीट करता हूँ, आई गेट अ क्लियर सोल्यूशन. तो क्लियर सोल्यूशन प्रेसिपिटेट का मतलब यही होता है कि देयर इज गोइंग टू बी अ चेंज इन द सॉल्युबिलिटी, एंड दिस चेंजेस इन सॉल्युबिलिटी इज गोइंग टू बी कंसिडर्ड एज एन एविडेंस फॉर कॉम्प्लेक्स फॉर्मेशन. ठीक है, सो ये है दोस्तों सेकेंड केस ऑफ एविडेंसेस. तीसरा केस मैं भी कंसिडर करना चाहूंगा, एंड दैट इज अबाउट द चेंजेस with respect to conductometric measurements. Conductometric measurements. तो इसमें क्या होता है दोस्तों कि जब भी कॉम्प्लेक्स फॉर्मेशन होता है, और what I call it is just simple word is a complexation, it involves the change in the number of ions or change in the concentration of the ions. Okay, so this will result in the change in conductance, and which can be measured by means of a conductometer. So a rapid change in the conductance, as it is going to be observed by means of a conductometer, it's an instrument, so obviously it's going to be reliable. तो उससे हम साबित होता है कि yes, complex formation has taken place. Okay, it's going to be a sudden change taking place in the conductance. Now, मैं एक simple example देता हूँ. देखो ये वाला example, CO2 plus and 4Cl minus giving you COCl4 2 minus. तो यहाँ पर मेरे पास एक कोबाल्ट आयन है, यहाँ पर मेरे पास 4 क्लोराइड आयन्स हैं. So total I got 5 ions. Now these are going to combine, resulting in the formation of a single ion. तो आप देख सकते हो there is a change in the concentration of the ions. Ions are responsible for conductivity, my dear friends. So if there is a change in the concentration, if there is a change in the number of ions, obviously दोस्तों कंडक्टेंस में उसका असर जरूर देखने को मिलेगा. और अगर कंडक्टेंस में उसका असर देखने को मिले तो वो हमें किस तरीके से पता चलेगा? जी हाँ, फ्रॉम अ कंडक्टोमीटर. Alright, so this is the third evidence from which we can find out that yes, the complexation has taken place. So first one is all about the change in color. Okay, that is going to be a visual change. दूसरा है the change in solubility. I have considered both the cases over here, my dear friends. First case is I have a clear solution, it results in the formation of a precipitate. I have a second case where I got a precipitate and that gets converted into a clear solution. And then I told you about the changes taking place in the conductometric measurements because there is going to be a change in the concentration of the ions. Alright, my dear friends, you have gone through the three evidences. First one was change in color, the second one is change in solubility, and the next one is about change in the conductometric measurements. Okay, now, my dear friends, we go into the next category, and that is about the change in the pH. Yes, my dear friends, you know what is pH is. Okay, it's all about the concentration of the H plus ions. So many times what happens is the complexation involves changes in either the concentration of H plus ions or it changes in the concentration of the OH minus ions. Any which ways it is going to bring about the change in the pH. Okay, so this is going to bring about the change in the pH, and that also can be measured accurately by means of an instrument. आप सभी लोगों ने इसके बारे में सुना होगा और वो है pH meter. Alright, so it's not hypothetical, it's something which is real, my dear friends. Okay, आप वो इंस्ट्रूमेंट के जरिए पता लगा सकते हैं कि yes, okay, there are going to be changes in the values, and this is an evidence of formation of a complex. मैं आपको कुछ एग्जांपल देता हूँ, and that is complexes of metal ion with say EDTA, या फिर when we talk about oxalato ions C2O4 minus, and now यहाँ पर इस situation में क्या होता है? Concentration of the H plus ions will decrease. So obviously the pH value will be increasing. So this rise in the pH value with the formation of a complex indicates that yes, the complexation has taken place. और ये तो at every point of time हम monitor कर सकते हैं उसका pH value और उस हिसाब से हम find out कर सकते हैं कि at what stage the complexation has taken place. इससे we can also find out how much amount of the ligand is required to couple with the metal, resulting in the formation of a complex. Okay, so this is the evidence number 4, and that is about the change in the pH. Okay, next we go into, and that is we talk about ion exchange. अब दोस्तों जब हम ion exchange की बात करते हैं, नाम समझ में आ रहा है आपको, exchange. अब ये exchange हमेशा similar species के बीच में होता है दोस्तों. Okay, that means there are two types of ions, cation as well as anion. तो cation is exchanged by a cation, anion is exchanged by anion. तो जब मेरे पास एक cationic complex है, okay, complex तो है लेकिन वो उसके ऊपर positive charge है. याद है मैंने आपको complex ion ये term explain किया था. So cationic complex is absorbed by a cation exchange region, जिसे मैं लिखता हूँ CER, cation exchange region. And similarly, the anionic complex is absorbed by the anion exchange region. Okay? अब देखो कैसे आइडेंटिफाई करेंगे कि कॉम्प्लेक्स फॉर्मेशन हुआ है. I take an example of Fe3 plus और I take an example of Zn2 plus और उसे हम ट्रीट करेंगे with a higher concentration of Cl minus, यानी हाइड्रोक्लोरिक एसिड लेंगे हम. Okay, I got a Fe3 plus solution, I got a Zn2 plus solution. I treat it with a higher concentration of hydrochloric acid. Hydrochloric acid contains what? Cl minus. अब क्या होता है कि जो रिजल्टिंग मुझे कॉम्प्लेक्स मिलता है यहाँ पे, जो सोल्यूशन मुझे मिलता है, ओके, द रिजल्टिंग पार्ट. नाउ दिस प्रोडक्ट व्हिच आई एम गोइंग टू गेट ऑन द कॉम्बिनेशन ऑफ दीज टू is going to be absorbed by the anion exchange region. किससे absorb होता है वो? anion exchange region से. यानी इसका मतलब क्या हो गया कि ये जो मेरे पास इनिशियली cation है, अब मैंने उसको ट्रीट किया विद क्लोराइड आयन, मुझे प्रोडक्ट मिल रहा है और वो anion exchange region के साथ absorb हो रहा है. Now who is going to be absorbed by the anion exchange region is the anionic complex. यानी इसका मतलब ये हो गया ये प्रोडक्ट जो है वो anionic है, इसलिए तो वो anion exchange region पे absorb हुआ है. Okay, now it is anionic, so that means it is having a negative charge. अब देखिए दोस्तों यहाँ पर इसके पास पॉजिटिव चार्ज है, ये नेगेटिवली चार्ज Cl माइनस के साथ कंबाइन हुआ है. सो इट इज वेरी ऑब्वियस माय डियर फ्रेंड्स दैट द कंसंट्रेशन ऑफ द Cl माइनस आयंस इज गोइंग टू बी वेरी हाई. और इसके वजह से इट डजंट फॉर्म अ नॉर्मल आयनिक कंपाउंड, इट इज फॉर्मिंग अ कोऑर्डिनेशन कंपाउंड. आई विल गिव यू द फॉर्मूला आल्सो. द प्रोडक्ट व्हिच इज गोइंग टू बी फॉर्म इज गोइंग टू बी FeCl4 with a negative charge and it can be ZnCl4 with a 2 negative charge. यहाँ पे Fe का चार्ज +3 है, so overall charge is -1. यहाँ पर जिंक का चार्ज is +2, तो overall charge is -2. तो आप देख सकते हो both of them are anionic complex and therefore they are going to be absorbed by the anion exchange region. Okay, तो इससे क्लियर हो जाता है दोस्तों. अगर सपोज वो प्रोडक्ट एब्जॉर्ब होता by a cation exchange region, या फिर ऐसा होता कि it is neither being absorbed by a cation exchange region nor an anion exchange region, तो ये साबित होता कि complexation does not take place. लेकिन क्योंकि this is going to be absorbed by the anion exchange region, this is a clear evidence that yes, complex formation has taken place. And which type of complex is formed? Oh yes, it's the anionic complex. Getting it, everyone? Right. So we go into the last one now. Today there are going to be 6 evidences that we are going to discuss within the framework of the syllabus. As far as the coordination chemistry is concerned, there are n number of ways to identify the formation of complexes. लेकिन दोस्तों जैसे मैं हमेशा आपको बोलता हूँ, we have to restrict ourselves within the boundaries of the syllabus. So according to that, the last part that we are going to consider is the potentiometric measurements. अब दोस्तों कई बार ऐसा देखा गया है कि during the formation of complexes, complexation में बोल सकता हूँ इसमें, there is going to be a change taking place in the concentration of the free metal ion. Okay, there is going to be a change in what? In the concentration of the free metal ion. Initially हमारे पास free metal ion है, but then when they combine with the ligands, they are not in the free state now. They are going to be along with the ligand, and therefore they are in a complex form. Alright, so as a result of which there is going to be a change, there is going to be a decrease as far as the concentration of a free metal ion is concerned before complex formation and after complex formation. So इसके वजह से there is going to be a change taking place in the electrode potential. Generally, electrode potentials are going to be considered in the form of SRPs, that is standard reduction potential. So I got say M, N plus, and M. Okay, so this is positive charge and this is 0. That is a free metal. Alright, so obviously this is going to be reduction. So this is a change in the electrode potential which is being observed due to complexation. और वो भी कैसे हम लोग measure कर सकते हैं? By means of potentiometer. तो आप देख सकते हो, we are making use of instruments, and the results from the instruments are always going to be accurate, and that is going to be decisive, my dear friends, to suggest that yes, complex formation has taken place. हमने कंडक्टोमीटर का इस्तेमाल किया, हमने pH मीटर का इस्तेमाल किया, हमने पोटेंशियोमीटर का इस्तेमाल किया. Okay, वो डिस्प्ले में आ जाता है. Now the latest instruments, they just show directly a display. Okay, no breaking our heads in exactly finding out what are the readings. So directly display के हिसाब से हमें, we just need to find out the trend. Okay, is there going to be an increase or there is going to be a decrease? So जहाँ पर भी एकदम sharp decrease हुआ, so that means it is a clear indication that complex formation has taken place in the electrode potential. Alright, so दोस्तों ये है दोस्तों, there are some of the evidences that we have discussed on the basis of complex formation. It all varies depending upon the case of complexes. मैंने जो 6 cases consider किया है, I don't mean to say that all these 6 cases together are going to be observed during formation of complex. No, okay, it becomes somewhat specific. Okay, it somewhat becomes an individual case. लेकिन इसमें ज़्यादातर cases में ये कुछ दिखाई देता है. In some cases there will be a change in solubility. In some cases there can be a change in the color. In some cases there is a change in pH. Some cases there is change in conductometer and so on. Okay, sometimes क्या होता है, combination of changes also are being observed. ठीक है, so इससे clear हो जाता है दोस्तों कि yes, complexation has taken place. So my dear friends, please have a look at the remaining this 3 evidences so that you get the concept very clear.